Oh yeah. TNL Emceemur coming at you. And there's so much stuff on the schedule. So much stuff for us to look at. So much stuff to get done. But analytics suggest that we can't help but take another look at this because people apparently aren't done looking at this, and I'm certainly not done playing with this. What a cool toy. What cool games. What a large part of my early childhood this was. The Atari Flashback 8 Gold console, full of some of my favorites. And I cannot wait to play some of them again with you here Tuesday Night Live. We are already joined by Trident Leader, Roaming Dan, Gamers Manuel, and Zion Freeman. Welcome to TNL, guys. It is time to get started with some Atari action. Hot, crispy, clean, 2600 HD. And that's how we want to see it. Ooh, Dark Cavern sounds fun, but man, the Crystal Castles bug, it just itches. I want to get my Bentley Bear on, and that's what we're going to do. Oh, that's what we're going to do. I want to get my Bentley Bear on, because I love Bentley Bear. We're going to crank up the jam on the volume 2. You know that's what I want to do. All right, Bentley Bear time. And I really want to play some arcade Bentley Bear, which we can do on the collections on the PS4. Welcome CM Retro Gaming to our TNL live stream. He was there when we streamed that game originally when it released for the PS4, and we looked at both collections, and it was absolutely fantastic because it's so great to play the arcade versions of those games. They're freaking amazing. Some of us aren't even old enough to remember putting quarters in a freaking Crystal Castle machine. I remember it fondly. I remember going to Chuck E. Cheese, Showbiz Pizza, and all that bull schnizzle back in the day. Having your birthday there, and pizza, and a big pitcher of root beer, and time to get on down to the freaking arcade and have what you desire done. I contemplated not using the wireless controller tonight because it's really loose. And I'm used to the stiffness of the original Atari 2600 joystick, which is important enough that you can use that on this system. It's got the imports. But the menu system, the way it works, if you don't have the extra buttons on this thing to control it, it's absolutely maddening. As far as going from game to game. We're joined by Cool As Robert Payne. Welcome, Cool As Robert Payne. Always good to have you on the stream, my friend. I have already been attacked by a rabid, angry tree. Come on, Bentley Bear, giving me a bunch of BS. Let's go. Boop, boop, boop. And we've talked about this before. This is another game that, yeah, it was great to have it at home, but it was almost like, it doesn't look anywhere near as nice as the original. And yes, CM, you were the coolest if you had your birthday at Chuck E. Cheese, Showbiz Pizza, or we had Sergeant Singers down here, and we also had Bullwinkles, as in, yes, Bullwinkle the Moose. And that's still a thing. I think there's one in Washington. So any of you frickin' Seattleites out there, if you can confirm that for me, I would be happy to come to the great Pacific Northwest for a chance to go to Bullwinkles again. I know the arcades wouldn't be what they were then. It'd probably be a bunch of old crappy Guitar Hero machines. But, oh well. I'm sure when we do our Disney trip this year, like we do annually, we're going to hit up the arcades there again. Hopefully have even better footage from there than we had last time. Last time was a very stressful trip. Couldn't really get my game on the way I wanted to. Boop, boop. God, those sounds are just so wonderful. Think about how much stock today we put in a game's graphics, storyline, replay value, all those things. All those things that many Atari games, most Atari games, had none of. There wasn't a story, there was just points. Welcome John from GenXGrownUp to our stream. Also a big Atari head, and he has done some very recent additions to his video lists, including but not limited to some fantastic Let's Plays on classic Atari games. Just streamed H.E.R.O with Mo. I believe we played some H.E.R.O on one of the last streams I did on this Flashback. Now, I don't know as much about it as John. That was not a game that I ever played back in the day, nor did I know anyone that had it, so had to plead ignorant on that one, but it was neat to watch somebody play that knew what they were doing. So check that out. I'll link that in the description if you guys haven't already watched that. Highly recommended. And we're just going to see what all we... Oh, God, that was close. See what all we can get out of Bentley Bear tonight. That's not the only game we'll play, though. We have lots at our disposal here. That's why you get one of these things. I want that honey pot. Oh, bother. He's stuck. We are joined by Big George Sumter in the house. George, the man that makes it happen. Welcome to our TNL live stream. You are just in time to see me get my monkey ass whipped on Crystal Castles, whereas we had a good game going. What happened? Dadgummit, Bentley Bear. Always glad to have you. Hey, we're in for some good stuff. Tonight's regularly scheduled game actually got bumped. It was not a day one release, so don't worry, I wouldn't do that to you. But we're trying some different things on the channel here. We're running some analytics tests. We're trying to find out what exactly people want to see on the Emceemur show out of what we've already provided. And according to the numbers, Bentley Bear is a hit. And I mean a big hit. I mean a hit so hard it knocks you out. I mean, people want to get all up in some Bentley Bear, apparently. I wouldn't have guessed that, but whatever. Let's do it. I didn't buy this thing to not play it. You deadgum skeleton. Oh, God. So we're taking a look back at the Atari Flashback 8. I'm sure there'll be a 9, but I don't know what else they could add to this thing at this point. Very excited about the Commodore 64 Mini and the possibility of that. Some people in Europe already have that, I guess. I don't know. They were acting like you could order it now. I don't see anywhere on the site where that's possible. And really, the main reason I want it is because Temple of H.E.R.O Trilogy is on it. And that's just fantastic, phenomenal, and undoubtedly amazing. Name your price. But if and when we're able to cop one of those, and dadgummit, that's not what I did, we're going to also bring that to you the minute we get it right here live on the Emceemur show. George says he could never play this at home without the roller ball like it had in the arcade, and I think that was a common issue with a lot of Atari games. We were used to the way they were set up, whether it be on the tabletop thing with the frickin' Mazio's Pizza or however you did it, and I'm even having problems with this just being too touchy right now. You see me swinging wide into some of the enemies, and again, the controller that comes with this, the Bluetooth wireless one, the joystick is just a wobble fest. I mean, it's not that it's inaccurate, it's just so loose, and you're used to fighting against that stiffness, having that resistance in the original joystick. So when it's not there, it just doesn't feel right. And when you think about it, yeah, it's conducive to the way this guy's supposed to handle. Bentley Bear's supposed to make those wide frickin' swings that you would make if you had the ball. To just roll and let him whip, you know, one side of... I didn't hit him! One side of the board to the other. You know, the levels on Crystal Castles always reminded me a lot of the levels on Marble Madness. I don't know why. I know the games are nothing similar. And thanks for that ghost tree. But they just reminded me of that. Bentley Bear's having what he wants done. He wants to get him some honey on a bun. There's the honey pot in that room, but if he goes in there, he's gonna go boom, 'cause there's a killer tree coming after him. And it got me. We're joined by Jason Joseph. Welcome, Jason, to our impromptu live stream. That's not impromptu, it's TNL. Of Bentley Bear and his Crystal Castles. I am getting my monkey ass whipped. I want the honey pot, thank you. Dadgummit! Bentley Bear needs a gun or something. Attaboy, Bentley Bear. We will definitely take a look back too at those flashback collections on the PS4, also available for Xbox One. They've kind of gone up in price. They're not the most common things in the world to find now. They were if you bought them day one, which you knew I would. They kind of dried up on Amazon for a minute. Not sure how the other retailers are stocked for them right now. I guess this elevator's never coming back up, so come here to the middle. And the batteries just came loose from the compartment, so that's good stuff. Are you kidding me right now? Wow. Alright. Well, we've got some backup batteries, so we will go for that. Unbelievable. I mean, if you're going to buy this thing, and you know what? I did the review on this, and I wasn't very impressed with the hardware. It's a chintzy turd. It really is. But I got so much hate on the video for the hell I was giving it. Now, I wasn't even being that rough with it. But people were giving me all kinds of hell. You don't know what you're talking about, dude. It's not a nuclear reactor, dude. Well, you go spend $80 on it, you piece of shit. I've reserved the right to not be happy with it. And right now I got a controller that ain't working worth a damn duke. So we're going to change the batteries out, see if that helps. Quite frankly, for the money they're asking, they could have had a power cell on the damn thing that charged via a cable like a dadgum PS3 or whatever. I mean, 80 bucks, man. That ain't no bullshit right there. That's spending some money, honey. And you know, I don't care about the hate. You want to get mad about it, get mad about it. We have a lot of people get angry in any video I've noticed that I've done where I've complained about something. People just don't like it. But, you know, yeah, Roaming Dan, Power A controller all over again. A guy told me to kill myself the other day on the Power A controller stream. Like, take it easy, dude. You don't say that to somebody. Well, yeah, if it's not good, I'm coming at you. I'm trying to come at you real here. If I need to save you some money, I will. And the whole point of that is, I mean, you had to buy a deluxe model, come to find out. I didn't know there even was one. Never found one in the searches. Wasn't available for the pre-order of the GameStop on the list that they had to look over to when they tried to pre-order the machine. So who would have known? A guy corrected me, came into the comments and told me that's what I get for being a clueless idiot, and I should have bought the deluxe. So like, you know, you could have told me that without calling me an idiot, but okay. But the point is, I got to pay more for something that came with the old Flashback. That's really not cool. That's just not cool. And also the point is, and you guys watch Yard Sale Findings and Scavenging, most of you, and if you don't, you need to start. I've got a Flashback recently at a yard sale for $15. And of course it came with everything. It was a Flashback 4. It didn't have all the Activision add-ons that this one has, but big freaking whoop. How much do you want for 15 bucks? It's a perfectly good system. And it may not be HD ready either, and it may not have the save states. But once you're shelling out 80 bucks, man, you hate to think you got to add controllers as an add-on. I mean, let's think about the whole basis of a plug-and-play system to begin with. A plug-and-play is normally a controller. Most plug-and-play systems you buy are the controller, and you put the battery in it and hook it up to your TV. So to have one not come with the controllers that you need to play all the games, that's kind of soul-crushing. Now, I already had the paddles, but again, you've always got to go off the idea that the consumer doesn't already own one of these or have all the pieces. And the thing wasn't very well packaged either, and a lot of people were calling BS on that too, and it's like, what do you think, I unpackaged it beforehand to just try to make a video about it? There was no packaging, there's no bubble wrap, you don't ship something like that. We are joined by the 40-year-old gamer who asked, how much is it, and is it worth it? I love the sounds. And I died while I was reading your comment, but I will not hold that against you. You know, if you can find one cheaper now, and I think you can, I think I've seen it as low as 60 bucks if you don't get the gold edition, which the gold edition has a couple extra games. You decide whether those games are worth it to you or not for 80 bucks, but yeah, I mean, this is kind of neat because it does. Let's go to the menus. Let's look. Again, those of you that joined me originally on this probably already know what you're about to see. Let's go ahead and look at it anyway. You've got save states. You've got the menus here. You're able to alphabetize the things. You're able to have a favorites list. Where you, and Frontline, we played that on a stream not too long ago. Actually played that on the other Flashback, the Flashback 4 I had. That wasn't in HD, but anyway, I just to experiment with it, I put it on the favorites list. You can have your own playlist there for stuff that you want to do. Tell you stuff that you recently played. There's all kind of neat flashback information on all the games too, you know. So that's kind of neat, but I think it's worth it if you like Atari. $80 is a little steep, but I mean, it's a cool little unit. Let's see what else we have here. We are joined by Uncle Strange. Welcome, Unc, to Tuesday Night Live. Let's see what we're going to do next. Dark Cavern. I can't remember if we tried that or not, but I wanted to try that. It just sounds cool. There's a cavern. It's dark. Jason says he enjoyed Berserk. You know what? I don't think Berserk is on here, and obviously I have it. But the old hardware being coax, I don't have a way to stream that yet. And I don't know of a way to upscale coax to AV, to AV, to HDMI, to HDMI, to the dadgum thing. If I can figure that out, we're going to really have some dadgum fun. And no, Uncle Strange, Burger Time is not on this thing. That is also unfortunate. Anything that was, you know, Data East, any of the other publishers is not on here. Just Activision was hand in hand with this, and that's why they've got some stuff on it. We are joined by Geeks Podcast. Welcome, GP, to our Tuesday night live stream. So this is the first time you have seen this system. Well, let's make it interesting then. Let's play some dadgum Dark Cavern. Oh, look at this guy. Please. Oh, he's got a gun, too. Is that an extra gun? Oh, that's some bullets, my nullets. It's about to go down in the Dark Cavern. Got him. Oh, I shot him first. How many bullets does he take? I'm guessing we need to go to another room, and that's the whole purpose here, because I see exits, unless those are spawn points. Get up there, Dark Cavern guy. This is another one I don't remember playing in the olden days, and I don't believe I have a copy. Okay, so he can't get out there. Monsters just keep coming. Oh, that one shoots back. I am not sure what, if anything, this gun upgrade does, or if it even is one. It may just be more bullets. And if any of y'all have ever played this game before, and you can tell me what exactly, other than shooting these strange squiggly lines, I'm supposed to be doing, I will sure oblige you. God, how many times can he die? I guess that many. Alright, well, by all means, let's try again. This is playable. I mean, I'm not sure what the point of it is. I'm in a dark cavern and it's really scary. Unlimited lives and my butt's hairy. I hope I can kill all these monsters quick. And if they don't, they can suck my earlobes. I barely dodged that bullet. I'm running real fast. I just died. You can kiss my ass. God, I'm getting tore up on some Dark Cavern. I think maybe I do have Dark Cavern. I don't know. A lot of Atari stuff on the wall over there. Again, if we had a way to stream the original equipment, we certainly would do that, and then we would certainly make more of an effort to get through the entire library that I've got available, but that's got to be the main reason I bought this thing. And if you don't want to take the time to get an Atari collection, I don't blame you. that would be a reason to buy this thing too. But I bought this for ease of streaming Atari, something I really wanted to do. Now, obviously, you can emulate. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Not sure what happened right there. The dude went right through me. I had no bullets. I had no options. But I collect stuff, you know me. And when I saw that the Flashback 8 was coming out after having just copped a Flashback 4 for only 15 bucks at a frickin' flea market, I was kind of excited about it. When they started talking save states and all that, again, that just kind of sang the refrain of the NES Classic and all that. Now, it was at Games, so I didn't have any illusions about it being better quality, but, you know. We are joined by Snestalgia. Welcome, Snes, to Tuesday Night Live Stream. If you're just joining us on Twitch, too, I hope that you are going to give us a follow and that you're going to check back every day for exclusive live streams in brilliant crystal clear HD, as only Twitch can bring you. And any of you that are subscribed to me here on YouTube, if you aren't on Twitch, it would not hurt to get on over there and take a look, because you can catch these episodes over there as well, and a lot of the things we do initially look a lot better live on Twitch than they do here. For some reason, YouTube only processes at a week 720 no matter what you're trying to stream in until everything's processed, and if there's another way around that, I don't know it. Oh my god, that thing. But Twitch and Mixer are always 1080, and they always look so crystal clear when I look over there. Some of you are auto-hosting me. Snesh, you're one of them. Unk, you are too. And John and Gen X. And of course, I also host your stuff when I'm watching your videos. I'm doing side-by-side comparisons and really seeing that you look so much better on the Twitch side doing the same thing. That's something we're going to talk about in a future podcast too. Some of the issues we're having with YouTube that we don't even know we're having. So John says, Mur, I think you need to shoot both the pink guys. Shoot the first one and the second turns red. Then get the red one before the pink one respawns. Well, that's a hell of an idea. So we're going to shoot the first one and the second one turns red. Then we get the red one. See, that's why we have you around. I played a lot of Atari back in the day. But when I say that, I don't mean like a lot of games. I mean like the games we had, we played a lot of them. But had no idea how big the libraries really were. Yeah, see, John's on to something there. In fact, that may be why... Oh, dadgummit, he got me. And I'm out of bullets. That may be why we're not advancing. I've got to find bullets. In the dark cavern, gotta find a gun. I'm gonna run, 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 and this isn't fun. I'm gonna need some bullets to shoot the pink guy and shoot the red one right in the eye. I'm gonna get him quick, and he can suck my ear. Well, I got him, but he killed me. All right, now we gotta capitalize on this. Now you've piqued my interest. We gotta do it. Alright, I got him. I don't think that did anything. We are joined by Back in the Day Gamer, the guy in the custom Pac-Man blazer, whom I need to be checking in with. I hope you've done your Double Dragon playthrough we talked about. If not, I need to check you back on that. I break for Double Dragon streams. Well, we're not getting much done in the dark cavern. Let's back on out to the menu and see what else we can find. Okay, you know, I didn't hate that. That was kind of fun. It tells you what to do. You start with 20 bullets every few seconds. A gun flashes on the screen. Land on it before it disappears to get 10 more bullets. Watch out for the Bobby. Run into him here. Steal your bullets. Is that it? And you just go for a high score, I guess? Avoid the blobs, spiders, and robots, destroying as many as you can along the... What if you went in a cave and there were spiders, blobs, and robots? Wouldn't that just be something? Alright. Crackpots is hysterical. It's totally not what you think it is. You're dropping flower pots on things. Let's do it. Boop. Uh-oh, blue spiders. Oh, yeah. What is douche? Oh, I could have almost got a twofer on that. What is douche? What douche? Oh, yeah. We're on all kinds of crack right here. Oh, God, they're coming. They're getting me. This is where it all falls apart. Oh, I paid for that, didn't I? It takes a second to load one of them back up. So you may not have that outlet to fire from initially. They're all getting me. Look at this. I'm getting tore up. Snooch to the nooge! Oh, I got one. God, I'm getting more with a shorter screen than I was with a long one. Ooh, yeah. I said long one. God, these spiders turn colors and they just get more aggressive. It's just generally the way it works, right? When you see a spider that's really awesome colors, it's like, ooh, I don't want to get bit by that thing. God, once they touch that hole, it's over. You said hole. Dadgummit, I suck. But I'm staying alive like the Bee Gees, and that's what's important. Bringing you all the hot crackpots action. Ah! Oh, it's all falling apart. A lot of cool spider games on Atari. Spider Fighter is another one that comes to mind that I really enjoyed. Molly really enjoyed it too when she was little. It was amazing that she could actually appreciate any graphics that were that rustic looking, even at that age. But yeah, she was into it. Fun game. We all love our shmups. I know CM does. Spider Fighter was a good one, man. That's one that should have been on here and I guess didn't make the cut. Ooh. 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 Getting my diarrhea pushed in over here. Uncle Strange says, man, I got to get me the Activision Anthology. You know, I've got that. That's actually a great collection. The Activision Anthology, I actually got that for $1 and some change at GameStop when they were closing out their PS2 games. And there's also Intellivision Lives, and then there's an Atari Anthology separately that's got a bunch of stuff on it that's really cool. Alright, let's see here. Boop. Let's get back to the list and see what we've got. We are joined by Getting Your Nerd On and Mainly Gaming. Welcome, guys, to our Tuesday night live stream. Atari Flashback 8 Gold. Hot frickin' action right here on the Emceemur Show. I'm feeling some Frogger, because I'm feeling froggy. Fixing to get our frog. Oh, look at the frog. There's an alligator coming after his nugget bag. Not at all what the frog wants done. I've had so many versions of Frogger in my life. Between Atari, I had the big box one on the Commodore 64. It was really good on Commodore 64. Commodore 64 is so underrated. There's so many people I know that have not had the pleasure. You know, just didn't grow up with one. I can even say I'm guilty of underappreciating it because I've had a VIC-20 and a boxed Commodore right here in the lab that I haven't thrown in since I've had either one of them. I'm trying to get a disk drive for the Commodore 64 because I've got some great old advanced Dungeons and Dragons games on floppy that I would love to play again. Also, the Bard's Tale games were really good on Commodore, even though the graphics obviously left a little bit desired versus their IBM, Atari ST, Amiga, and pretty much everybody other than that counterparts. But they were still what they were. Came in the big album-sized game cases. Oh my god, if we can just make it over there to get that fly, we did it! That was a good run there for level 1. Excuse me, stage 1. Oh! Oh, there's an alligator. Not what the frog would be desiring done in this current stage of the game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Nostalgia says he needs to stream some Unepic sometime. I think you really need to do that. You were telling me about that game, and I looked at some screenshots, and I want to watch a video, but I just assumed watch one if you were going to do it. Looks like my kind of jam. It looks almost Terraria-ish in nature, but it probably has a lot more D&D elements within it. Some of the menus reminded me of Blades of Vengeance on the Genesis, all the different squares with neat little tidbits in it. I don't know. It's funny what things remind me of certain things. But hell yeah, man. Stream that. Make like it's urine and stream it. Ah, we just missed the fly. Return of the Fly. Within surprise. Yeah, Return of the Fly. Oh, come on, turtles. Don't fail me now, dadgummit. Yeah. Stage 3. That's what the frog wants done. Oh my god, and I get Ronalded by a car. What a freaking loser. Shashanka. A snake. God, this is just not the area that the frog needs to be in if he really considers himself a frog that wants to go on living. It's Danger Alley for a frog. We have so many Frogger games here in the house, and I'd love to do a series on them all. And that being said, I'm not going to go out there and say that they're all good either, but there is a lot of them, and it wouldn't hurt to look at some of them just to see what's out there. Going all the way up into the daggum GameCube. I mean, open world Froggers and stuff. It's like, what? Frogger's Adventure? Maybe he didn't have an adventure. And like the Game Boy Advance ones, man, are like all these weird names. They're like Frogger Quest for the Mystical Wizard's Butt Crack. It's like, man, Frogger didn't do any of this shit. He just crossed the street. There's no wizards. Oh my god, talk about trying to bank on a name that maybe just isn't even worth banking on anymore. I mean, can there really be modern day Froggers? Obviously that's going to garner some kind of attention, but there aren't wizards. And he's wearing a t-shirt, and it's like, oh my god, Frogger. Damn! Frickin' crocodile! Crocodile ruined everything. Back in the day, Gamer says, if there's a Frogger RPG, I need it. And you know, Frogger and Chrono Trigger matchup. Froggo Trigger. You know what? That could happen. I mean, why not? Frogger obviously has its lineage. It obviously is a thing. Let's go back to the menu and look around. But yeah, there's a ton of Froggers, man. And I was about to say, you know, some of those Game Boy Advance ones, they're like, they're just plays on the original Frogger, you know. I'm not doing that. I'm hitting reset. That means we go back to the menu. Thank you. They're not the original Frogger by any sense of the word, but they're kind of plays on it. Remember the PS1 had the very same play style as a Frogger game, but all these moving platforms took kind of a 3D approach to it. And yes, there is a frog in Chrono Trigger, and I keep telling everybody, if I haven't told anyone in here yet, or if I have, stop me if I have, but if you haven't played Legend of Legacy on the Nintendo 3DS, there were people from the original Chrono Trigger team in on making Legend of Legacy. The frog is there. There is a singing frog prince as one of the playable characters. You can beat it 7 different ways. There's only one true ending, and you actually have to beat the damn thing 7 times. I've only done it once. It was a fantastic game and would love to do it again. Great RPG. If you haven't played Legend of Legacy on the 3DS, I suggest you pick it up. John says, what I mean is that's just not the Atari Frogger. That does look pretty sharp for a 2600 version. And I've got the 2600 version, although I can't remember the last time I played it, but I'm sure it's not that pretty. And there's a few things on here that are, I don't know if you want to call them homebrew, or if they're not true Atari games, but they were just made and slapped on here for the sake of having them there, so. Let's see what else we got. What is Off the Wall? That sounds kind of crazy. Play as Kung Fu Lu. I would love to. In your quest to crush an ancient and evil wall guarded by a mystical dragon. This almost looks like it's going to be like Breakout, which isn't going to hurt my feelings that much. 1989. Yeah, that's weighing in awful late. All right. Begin. Yep. Breakout with a ninja. Legend of Legacy, you don't have to beat it 7 times, but if you want the true ending, you do. And every character has their own path and their own ending, so. And we're going to see something very similar to that type of play in Octopath Traveler when that comes out. And I hope all of you are as excited for that on the Switch as I am. Looks like it's cut from the same cloth as Bravely Default, you know, the watercolor, hand-drawn looking artwork and everything. We played the demo right here on the channel. A lot of people did. I was absolutely blown away by it. The battle system was very cool. Definitely my kind of game, man. But yeah, if you have not played Legend of Legacy and you are a 3DS player, do yourself a favor and go out and buy it today, especially if you are a Chrono Trigger fan, because it's like it was made for you, because it was kind of crafted in its image. No, it's not the same type of game, but there's definitely some influence there. And again, some of the same people that were in on the original creation of said game were in on the making of Legend of Legacy. Ergo, it's an attractive buy. It's amazing all the different ways that popular games try to get cloned into, you know, like this is obviously Breakout with a ninja's head instead of a bar, and he's got monsters coming at him. And then Breakout later on, you had Arkanoid, which was really cool. And I had Arkanoid 2, Revenge of Doe on the Commodore 64 in the big album box. Super freaking nice. God, whoever got my Commodore at our yard sale in the mid-90s made out like a bandit. I think my mom sold it for $5. I was too young to care, really. I wanted it back, though, and I eventually got it back, obviously. But all my games, Some of those games I had, like the boxed Bard's Tales, that ain't cheap. And you're just not going to find that anywhere. Nobody has that. And if they do, they probably don't know it. And if they do know it, they probably don't want to sell it. Because there's a reason they know they have it. It's because they wanted it. We got a good thing going on right now with this ball. Badooga. Ah, I couldn't get back over there. Well, poop on a bun. Well, that was interesting. Off the Wall. I've certainly played worse. Can't remember if we played Starship last time, but that was one of the one on the thumbnail, so let's take a look. Well, I'm not sure how this game is scored, but I think I just lost. Okay. And I may have just crashed into something. Okay. I'm in a war in space. Here comes a flying toilet coming straight at me. Or maybe that's the Starship Enterprise? Now, I guess you have to hit them before they're too close. Or bypass them. Or you hit them. This is kind of like Star Raiders, but not exactly. Star Raiders had the whole component of the grid where you had to... Oh, I crashed into that thing. You had the separate control pad for it, which I do have. What are these, bees? What the hell is this? Okay, you can't hit that, whatever it is. So I guess that's its thing. We're on the Great Space Coaster. Get on board on the Great... Here goes the toilet. Got that toilet. We got 10 toilets racked up. There's something. Yeah. Well, you really had to use your imagination with some of these, man. But, I mean, if this is what you had to play, this is what you played. You gotta love the sound if you don't love anything else. Yeah. Was that it? Am I in hyperspace now? We are joined by Goblin 215. Welcome, Goblin. And yes, John, you do know how I got the Great Space Coaster in my head on the podcast. So was that it? That was the end of the level, I guess? Or just one play? Maybe you're trying to get as many kills as you can out of what's available to you. Destroy as many spacecraft and robots as possible within the time limit. Yep, all while avoiding the asteroid. So you're trying to get a high score there. Obviously, that's not an uncommon objective. And other objects, you try to cover the greatest distance possible. One of these three included variations. Okay, so there's 3 variations. That's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Let's see what else. Did we play Star Strike? I can't remember, but let's look. This is like some Zaxxon shit going on right here. Oh, get this thing off of me. What the hell? I'm sorry? Okay, so you crash when that happens. Just checking. Oh my, now the controls are going all airplane on me. What in the hell? And I guess when this guy comes up behind you, you're just trying to shake him like Top Gun. Well, I'm not sure what happened there, unless he hit me. Ah, see, the world's doomed. We are joined by Mr. Tight White. Welcome, TW2R Tuesday night live stream. Been playing some Call of Duty World War II with Tight and Shad Juice. And just having a blast on there. Hav was on there. Pro Retro Hunter's on there. Woodbury and Retro Game Hunter was actually with us there the other night. That was a lot of fun. First time I got to play some stuff with him. That was a blast. Yeah, you know, Star Strike does not look bad. Move with the joystick. Press the control button to shoot lasers at enemy ships and you lose most of the transport. Lasers travel towards the center. You cannot move your spaceship left or right while a bomb is falling or exploding. Well, isn't that a bummer? Let's keep looking. Sword fight! You know we're going to a sword fight. Did we already play sword fight? I think we did. Yeah, this is diarrhea fight. You know the minute this gets put in, it's just like... Oh, God. Can I have a do-over on my birthday? This game sucks. Wizard? That can't be real. That's got to be one of the add-ons. I don't have no game called Wizard. Let's play some Tempest. Tempest. The game where you are a dingleberry on the bottom of somebody's underwear trying to shoot pimple blood as it pops. I know that's not what it's supposed to be, but that's what we got, so. Uh-oh, the underwear's flashing. Some of the Atari games I really want to play are not on here. And that's a shame because I do want to stream those. I want to stream Kangaroo. Let's play Wizard. This isn't working for me. I want to stream some Kangaroo. I want to stream some Food Fight. There are some games that I just don't have access to. Geeks Podcast brings up a neat point. He does not trust Amazon's same-day release pre-orders. Yeah, and we're also going to talk about that in a future podcast. If you're trying to get games day one, you're not going through Amazon. They no longer guarantee that. Even though they say they do, they don't. You're never going to get a game day one from them. And if you do, it'll just be an absolute miracle. And that's because UPS hands your stuff off to the local post office, and then that's what creates the extra day or two of layover. UPS no longer feels like they have to deliver packages. Isn't that something when you finally, your company's just gotten so big, you don't even have to do your job anymore. God bless America. That's just fucking wonderful. Not to mention they've damaged a lot of my collector's editions that have come in that did make it day one, but they no longer guarantee them anymore. I even had a problem with Best Buy recently, and it wasn't Best Buy's fault. It was UPS. They handed the package off to a mailman, and I never got it. So a day later I did, but you know me, I'm trying to bring you the best day one. That's the purpose of, that's most of what we do here on the Emceemur show. Day one reviews. I urge everybody that is watching right now to smang that like button for me. We're playing Wizard. I guess I'm a wizard. I wouldn't know if I wasn't a wizard. Oh, you know, let's just have it out with this thing. I have no idea what's going to happen here. Am I winning? Let me know in the comments if you think I'm winning. Should I buy a chinchilla? Comment below. Well, Wizard's clearly a winner. Let's go back and look at the instructions here. Instructions. Both you, as the wizard, and the enemy imp have damage points to keep track of how good your health is, denoted by the counters at the far right and the far left of the screen, respectively. Boy, it's complicated. Get hit by an imp's magical bolt, or touched by an imp, and your damage goes up by 2 points. Hit an imp with your own magical bolt, and their damage goes up by 2. If your counter goes up to 100, it's game over. If the imp's counter goes up to 100, it's curtains for them. So am I both or not? The second player takes control of the imp. So that's why this is a 2-player special. Okay, I'm with you. Well, no, it says there's a 1-player. Alright, so I'm guessing that thing is the imp? And I don't know what that is? Ah, Jesus! I can only shoot like every 10 minutes, it feels like. Oh my God, wizard. Eat a fat one. That's about as much fun as sticking your dick in a pencil sharpener. Let's see what else we've got on here. I will make a note of that nostalgia. I'm all about some podcasts here lately, especially when they're about things that tickle my fancy. Cosmic Commuter. Yeet! Cosmic Commuter. Demons to Diamonds. I think that'll be a good way to wrap things up here. And yeah, if any of y'all are not listening to the Gen X Grown Up podcast, you ought to be. Damn good with a cup of coffee. Let's play Demons to Diamonds. A demon. A diamond. Oh. You scrotum wrinkle. Yeah, doing real good. Doing real good. Okay, let's take two on that. Kiss my ass. Oh. Wow. Gary Gnu. I haven't thought about him for a minute. Yeet, Gary Gnu. So you can mark them favorite if you want to. And then, you know, again, you got save states on here, and that's only so cool, I guess, because most of these games, they didn't take very long to play. It's not like you're playing Zelda or something and you need to save it. They didn't have games like that, so I guess it's nice that it's there, but I overthought having that. Honestly, I could take it or leave it. Haven't really felt the need to save anything yet. Man, well, we had some fun tonight. Always do. Always fun. And again, we've got some day one stuff coming our way very soon. Let's just check the schedule and see what's next. We know we have so much fun every Tuesday, but we always have neat things coming our way. So we had to bump this week's game so we could take a look at this again. Again, analytics just simply demanded it. Too many people were interested in what we were doing on this thing where it was concerned, and I wanted to look at it one more time. So we're just going to shift that back. We're going to take a look at the game next week that we were going to look at tonight. Not going to give that away too quick, but you know it's going to be something good. The next day one we have to look forward to is going to be on March the 13th. We're going to be taking a look at Beast Quest from Maximum Games. If it sounded any more generic, I don't know what I would think about that, but we are going to check it out. We also have Sea of Thieves later on this month, so we'll see what goes on with that. Got a few day ones to do in March. So breaking into March, lots of stuff on the schedule, lots of stuff coming our way, lots of big news also right here on the Emceemur show that I'm going to share you about. We're not a news show, obviously, but news that pertains to some very important things to me specifically, and things that we're going to be playing day one and unboxing day one right here on the Emceemur show. Stuff that I think is very important that we discuss and that you know is coming your way right here. Again, I hope each and every one of you are going to drop a like on this video on your way out the door, and I hope that you're going to subscribe if you like watching people play classic stuff, new stuff, retro stuff, old stuff, cool things, releases day one, unboxings of collector's editions, and other things like that, because they're things that we do a lot of right here on the Emceemur show. Something I enjoy, something I take a lot of pride in, something I enjoy having you along for the ride for. Thank you, everyone, for watching from the bottom of my heart, and I will see each and every one of you again next time.